Hello, this is Magda Shaz. Welcome, my lovely people, my lovely subscribers, watchers, listeners, everybody. Thanks. Thank you for being with me. Okay, so today, you know what? What bugs me? I have one song on my mind. I drove all night. It was like that, right? And it is about Brian Kohberger's alibi. So he drove all night, and not only one night, but he would do that regularly, as he said, and that means that he probably committed one of the most heinous crimes we can imagine, because he has a habit of driving at night. So, let's think logically. Let's disregard the fact that he has no connection to the house 1122 King Road. No connection whatsoever. Let's disregard the fact that in his car there was no blood, no DNA, and, what is even more important, no signs of cleaning the inside of the car. So there had never been any blood before. So let's disregard that. It's not important. Now, let's disregard the fact that in the house there was no DNA of Brian Kohberger's apart from this sheath. Just one object which happened to be there, but we don't know how it happened to be there. And let's disregard the fact that the vehicle on the surveillance camera is not his vehicle. So let's disregard all that. It's not important. Throw it away, into the dustbin, wherever, out of the window. He drove all night. That's important. So who is the killer? The one who drove all night. You know what? I've never had a bigger BS before. Okay, that's his alibi. And you know what? It's no wonder that he came up with that alibi. Because he doesn't have to say anything, because the prosecution, the state, doesn't want to share any information or delays to the latest, whatever they have. But they demand from the other part to have all they have to be delivered to them, all the info to be delivered to them. And it's fair. Is it fair? So Brian Kohberger's team does not have time to prepare as well. And as meticulously as the state. And that's fair, right? So maybe he just, well, he came up with the evidence, with his alibi. He drove. Why not? What's the problem with that? Have you ever drove because you couldn't sleep? Have you ever gone for a walk because you couldn't sleep? Does it make you a murderer? Okay, he was in this area. Yes, he was. Does it make him a murderer? If this is the only thing they have, does it make him a murderer? And everybody now screams, "Oh my God, he was in the area, and his alibi is that he drove to. He actually confessed." No, that's not a confession. That's a simple information. I have a habit. Okay, I have a habit. I read books, right? I have a habit. I go for walks. And I usually walk at night or in the evenings because I feel better. Or maybe he was in that area because he wanted something there, but he didn't want to kill anybody. Was he soaked in blood while driving? Was his car soaked in blood while he was driving in that car? No. But he's a murderer because he was driving all night. Wow, what a discovery. Bravo. It just makes me wonder if he said, "I was sleeping in my bed," he would still be a murderer because that's no alibi. Who can confirm that? I was driving and, well, there is a vehicle recorded. But what kind of vehicle? What kind of vehicle? Not his. Not this kind of. Not this kind of vehicle. Not this make. No. Not this type. And I'm sorry because this case is so heart-wrenching and so depressing. But if the police believe that this alibi is what they are going to base their thesis on and build the case that he's the murderer because he was in his car driving, not in the house, not with the victims, but in the car. So that is sad. That's so sad. let alone the fact that we still don't know the timeline, because the timeline does not stick. It's like puzzles, but thrown around in a total disarray. Like the victims, we don't know the time of death. Maybe he was just driving around and the victims were already dead. Sorry, we don't know, but maybe it was like that. The police will not give us any details. Of course, this is an ongoing investigation. They cannot share it with us. Yes, I know. But I have the impression that whatever Brian Kohberger says, he is crucified already. As soon as he utters the first word. Even though the timeline does not stick. The timeline is not correct. And the one of the survivors is supposed to deliver some evidence which may be exculpatory for Brian Kohberger. So that's huge. So there's something going on in the house before. And I have a strong feeling that it had nothing to do with Brian Kohberger and him driving around at night. Maybe I'm wrong. That's why I said I have a strong feeling. That's just my belief. So, but I hate that he has already been crucified. Even before trial. Even before he has a chance to speak for himself. To be questioned. For the witnesses to be questioned, and so on and so forth, you know what I mean, before the trial. So this is what I wanted to share with you, because I'm sorry, I am emotional. But he has the right to, he was forced to give his alibi, and he has a right to give such an alibi. And we cannot say that he's guilty, because he is innocent until proven guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Have a nice day. See you next time. You're great. Thanks. Bye. Magda Shares.